I think that fixed my sound. All right. We have sound. I just checked it on my phone. So, hello. So sorry. I'm only, 10 minutes late? 12 minutes late? Yeah, about 12 minutes late. Thank you, Summer. Yeah, I had to completely just refresh the whole browser. My goodness, what a morning. So, good Saturday morning to everyone from the west coast of the United States. If it's not morning for you, that's okay. That's a-okay. Hold on, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Alexa, volume down. That works. All right. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Saturday morning or Saturday or Friday night. 9 minutes in already. Yeah. Yeah, my timer up here is going at 13. So that's how long it took me to figure this out. It worked fine last night or the other night. Anyway, so I currently have, and I've been walking. I currently have the treadmill at 1.9 miles per hour, per Foodie, with her little, what was it, 1.9 miles an hour, 10 minutes, take it or leave it. I think that was supposed to work off her churros. Anyways, so as I stroll, because this is a stroll, I mean, if I keep it up for a while, I'm not going to lie. If I keep it up for a long ass time, it's going to kill me. But I 1.9 miles per hour. So I did the math. You know those churros that she got the other day for Cinco de Mayo? I'm calling it that because of her. I know how to say Cinco de Mayo. I also know it's not Mexican Independence Day. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. So I did the math. One serving of churros with sauce is anywhere from 500 to 800 calories. So, beings is how we know that she did not eat one serving. She definitely ate more than one serving. We're gonna go somewhere in between and go at about 600 calories. Oh, nice. Thank you so much. It's kind of like FFG's Spy It, but we're just gonna, we're gonna try to outwork Chantel's bad diet. But anyways, so I did the math. One serving is anywhere from 5 to 800 calories. Since we know she had more than one serving, I don't want to go too high and be super ridiculous about it, right? So we'll say that her 2 servings came out to 800 calories. I think that's fair. I think that's low, but I think that's fair. So 2 servings of churros, 800 calories. And for that, she traded Salah, what was it, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1.9 miles per hour, 10 minutes, take it or leave it, bucko, something like that. Yeah, so if she actually did want to, quote unquote, earn those churros, guess how long she would have to walk at this speed? Guess how long? Any guesses? I know you're the only one in here talking, Summer, so I'll tell you once you guess. I need to speed this up a little. It's not a natural walking pace for me, so it's somehow more tiring. I'm at a 2.2 now, just as an update. 2 hours at her weight. Oh, you're so optimistic, Summer. You are so optimistic. Try 5 hours. 5. Just for the churros. 5 hours. So she would have to spend an entire workday doing this. I'm going faster. So she would have to spend 5 hours at 1.9 miles per hour to burn off 2 servings of churros. But here's the thing. We know that that's not all she had to eat. It's like she doesn't understand math. She says she does. And to be fair, I struggled with that quite a bit at the beginning of my weight loss journey, situation, whatever. Sorry, just pulled one of my notes down. Anyways. Forgot what I was saying. Oh, the math. Yeah. No, she totally doesn't care. She doesn't care. I think it might have been Sansa, and I think I brought this up before, but I think it might have been Sansa Cooks who had... She made a comment about how she thinks that Foodie Beauty's ideal life is the life of the remaining humans in WALL-E up on the space cruise ship. Have you had a chance to see WALL-E? Anyways, but the thing is, okay, WALL-E, super cute. We're going to take a quick segue, which I've only got like 5 notes up here, so, good idea. I can tell you about WALL-E. It'll extend the time. Whew. Excuse me as I get more scatterbrained as I work out. Sorry. I have a window right here, and I heard something. Anyways, so WALL-E is a post-apocalyptic Pixar movie about a little robot who cleans up trash. His name is WALL-E. Rest of the story doesn't matter. I'm going to get to the people. He's living on an abandoned Earth. The people polluted it too much, so they launched up into space. And now, all of humanity lives on a giant, basically, space cruise ship. And when you see the people, all of the humans on the ship are basically floating around on these high-tech, spacey, floating lounge chairs. So basically, the position you would be if you were reclining in a recliner, that is their 24/7 position in these floating recliners. They've got a little projector screen that pops up in front of them. They can watch whatever they want, just doop, doop, doop on the handle or on the arm. Doop, doop, doop. Watch whatever you want. Are you hungry? Doop, doop, doop. Boom. Food in front of you. So they're basically floating around a giant cruise ship, not having to walk a single step, reclining in a super comfortable lounger. And to Pixar's credit, they did make all the humans look exactly like that. Look exactly like they had spent their life in recliners, never walking, having everything at their beck and call. It ends well. It's a Disney movie. But the point is, Sansa had made the comment that she thinks that is Foodie's ideal lifestyle. And I swear to God, you cannot convince me otherwise. I think, truly, if she were to just cave and admit that she wants to be a feedee and lounge in bed and be fed to death, I think that she would honestly be happier inside. I mean, obviously, it would kill her. No hate to Hungry Fat Chick. Life by Jen was before my time in Goral World. But I watch Kidney J's updates on Hungry Fat Chick. And it's getting so sad. And she seems so sweet. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, Candy's a perfect little angel. No. But it's very sad to see her decline, right? I'm talking about Hungry Fat Chick right now. And it's like, that's what Foodie wants. So then, and again, this is part of why I hate her so much, because I do see parts of my younger, far less therapy version of me had thoughts. I mean, at one point I thought about getting into the BBW community. Who wouldn't? You're a fat chick, been fat all your life, and there's a whole bunch of guys who are freaking into that. But I never made that jump. Because that's not actually what I want my life to be. I don't want to live my life in bed eating. So I never went down the BBW route. I am sure that I could have had more boyfriends, more sugar daddies, more booty calls if I had. But I mean, to be fair, can I get any man I want like Miss Chantal? No, never could. But I do all right for what I want. Thing is, real talk, confession, basically to you, Summer. Deep inside, I am a hopeless romantic. Like, my mom recently turned me into a Swiftie, but early Taylor Swift, little love story, little You Belong With Me, all of that. That's like my heart. But my heart has been really, dude, I'm not as strong as Taylor. Nope. So I have developed a crippling fear of commitment. And you want to look up her song, The Bolter? I'm like, girl, are you in my brain? Did you write this about me? Because I'm pretty sure you did. Feels like you did. All right, quick update. Still at 2.2 miles per hour. I've gone 0.8 of a mile. How you doing, Summer? But yeah, so I really think that if she would admit that to herself, if that is what she wants, then I think that she would be a lot happier. So, but yeah, because the way that she's going now, it's very much like she wants her ideal life to be floating around, ceiling, never walking, having everything brought to her. And I mean, if that's the case, she should really just go for it. She'd make a lot more money. She'd be a lot happier. But the thing is, she's claiming to this air of respectability because a good, respectable woman is wanted by everybody, right? And a good, respectable woman has one man, And when, oh no, oh, Summer, no, no, no. No more walking with me. You can hang out with me while I walk live, but no. You chill, lady. But anyways, she, being a feedie, being into that world is not balance exercises. Yeah, just do that. This isn't supposed to be some kind of challenge. This is just like my little thing that I started a couple of years ago, and then I fell off it, and then I not fell off it like you fell. I'm not meaning to make a joke. I'm so sorry. Anyways. I'm sweaty. I completely lost my train of thought. I'm glad I have a morbid sense of humor. It's how I get through life. If I can't laugh at it, I'm going to cry at it, and I don't like to cry. Anyways, here's a saying for you. You've probably heard it. You claim that you're much older than me, and I got this one from my grandma. So she used to tell me, horses sweat, men perspire, but women only glow. I am glowing the hell out of myself right now. Okay. Back to my docket. Because the thing is, if she actually does live that life, the whole you use it or you lose it, I'm in the 290s right now for the first time since high school. I forgot what I was saying. There we go. This is why we have notes. Pig sweat. Nice. I thought pigs didn't sweat, though. Like, no knock on your mom, but physiologically, I don't think pigs sweat. But I don't know. I don't know any pigs. Well, actual pigs. I'm sorry. I haven't even had any caffeine. Whew. Anyways. It's already in the 80s. Before I even got in here, it was 83 where I live. Anyways, so if that is her ideal life and she does not want to lean into it, then she's left in the weird purgatory that she's at now, where that's what she wants. But it's not what she wants. So she's got all these urges to seal and eat shipping containers full of rice. Woo! Don't envy you. We're supposed to cool down a little bit tomorrow, but we'll see. Hey, we've gone a mile. Taking a break. Not a pig expert. That's fair. That's fair. My only pig experience has been going to the county fair, seeing pigs, and then seeing the racing pigs that race for Oreos. And I held a piglet once when we went on a field trip to the fair. So that... Oh, hold on. I did have my heart broken over a pig. Wilbur, Charlotte's Web. Dude, I fucking cried so hard. Okay. So this is just a random fitness tip. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a personal trainer. Do not take my advice. This is speaking solely from my life experience. If you do anything I'm talking about, you do it at your own risk. But, disclaimer aside, random tip that I have found helps me is if you've been in like the fat person mindset for a bulk of your life, then likely diet and exercise was kind of used like a stick and a carrot, basically. Like diet was, oh, you can have this treat if you do X or whatever. Oh, you can have this cheat day if you eat well for the whole week. And then the stick, well, you had 3 pieces of pizza. You need to go for a walk around the block. So because if you grew up at all like me, and exercise feels like a punishment. Hi, Chantal. What's up? What's good? Exercise feel like a punishment? Basically, you don't have to like exercise for it to benefit you, but you also don't have to hold yourself up to standards that are kind of impossible. I'm not walking right now. I'm standing on the shoulders of the treadmill, catching my breath, cooling down a little bit. I'm going to drink some water. But here's the thing. Just because I stopped, I mean, this is still going. It says that it's at 1.1 miles that I've walked, and I probably have not walked those last 0.2. But doesn't matter. Kind of like these bitches and their intuitive eating, telling them that they need some chicken nashies because their body is craving it. Well, there's nothing intuitive about that. That's just excusing your own addictions. But you can, once you have yourself on some sort of regimen, get a little bit more intuitive, like with walking. For me, I'm taking a break. Jesus. Okay, this is going to be a very dumb question, Summer. Was it actually a golf ball? I blame the sweat. I can't remember if you said that your brain surgery was for a tumor, a growth, a something, or was it actually an actual golf ball? I don't think it was. Thank you. Oh, God, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at my own stupidity. Anyways. So, like, intuitively, I was, like, getting, hey, I'm a little bit lightheaded. I'm a little thirsty. I'm a little overheated. But do I need to stop right now? Am I done? Do I have to stop? And, no, I'm good. I can walk more. Just needed a break. And it was really weird because that was something I definitely had to learn, you know? Meanwhile, Chantal, and here's the thing. This is the point I was trying to make earlier. Even when I was over 300, I have been in fairly good health. I've had my diabetes under control for about a decade now. Every time I go for my A1C check, my doctor is talking about how I have better blood sugar than she does. And that's cool. that works. I'm good. But I knew when I was over 300 that if I fell, if I tripped, if I stepped off a curb, if I hurt myself to the point where I would be like on bed rest for a while, broke a leg, twisted a knee, whatever, I knew that at over 300 pounds, that if I became bedbound, that was going to be the beginning of the end. And so I've always been very, very careful. And because it's one of those things that as soon as you lose mobility, you're kind of on the way down. I'm not talking about people who lose their mobility through any other form other than weight gain. Any other reason people lose mobility, I'm not addressing at all. Not at all. But if you become immobile, basically, whether it's an injury or whatever, but if you become immobile basically because of your size, then that's really the beginning of the end. I mean, real talk. You're either going to wake the fuck up or you're going to die. So I was always really scared about it, about losing mobility, about getting hurt, about whatever. So watching Chantal fall in to this obvious death spiral, I think that Chantal's 1.9 miles per hour for 10 minutes, take it or leave it, Buster, might have burned off like a lick of the sauce that she gave. And so she thinks that she's doing this trade-off, and real talk, I've been there. I feel like I know exactly what's going on in her brain. I feel like what's going on in her brain is, sorry. Well, I didn't walk at all on the treadmill yesterday, and I had a donut. But if I walk on the treadmill literally at all, wow. Yeah. So I don't know what 14 calories that would have been, but thanks for doing that math for me. Good God, lady. Not you. You know who I'm talking about. But it's like, I literally, I know the mindset because I was there like 20 years ago. I was definitely there. Well, I did no exercise yesterday and I ate the way that I usually ate. Today, I walked on the treadmill for 15 minutes. And so that's better. Which, I mean, to be fair, yes. That, sorry, all too well, the 10-minute version just came on. Anyways. So I get that mindset, right? Well, I wasn't walking yesterday. Well, I didn't walk yesterday. Well, I did nothing yesterday. And I fell into that trap as well. But the thing is, you got to actually take into account what you're doing. What Chantal did? Yup. That is a good, I have not heard it said that exact way, but that is true. You get fit in the gym, you lose weight in the kitchen. Fact, Summer. But yeah. So I get the mindset. I do. You're incorporating activity into your routine, except she's not, What she did is basically walk down to the bathroom and back. If that. I have a feeling she probably goes faster than 1.9 if she has to really go to the bathroom. But these tiny minutia, they don't add up like she thinks they do. Same with Amber. Whenever she weighs herself and she's like, so I've lost 0.8 pounds this week and I'm doing fantastic. I'm so proud of myself. Girl, I'm as big as you. You know what a a 0.8 pound weight loss is, uh, that's a slightly bigger dump that you took. That's a slightly longer pee that you had. That less than a pound at your weight, that's maintenance. That's nothing. You go up and down a few ounces in the same day. But I understand the point of view, and that's what makes me so mad at them, because I get it. But it's like their brains, they're not past, they can't get over their own ego. They're still wrapped up in their own ego of, oh, I know. Oh, I know how to do things. I know. Okay, you can know, but do you do? That's the problem. Here we are again. The kitchen in the refrigerator. Oh my God. Fact. 100% fact. She can't be uncomfortable for a second. Not for a second. She uncomfortable sitting, better lay down. She uncomfortable laying down, better go to sleep. She uncomfortable walking, better sit. She uncomfortable not shoving food in her mouth, better start shoving food in your mouth. And like, here's the thing. Like, I took a shower right before bed last night. I woke up feeling all clean and fresh. The house was cool. I'm nasty now. I'm nasty. I'm sweaty. I'm gross. And the thing is, like, I kind of have a hang up. Like, I can take a shower right now. Oh, that's fine, but I'm going to have to take a shower tonight anyways, because I can't. Whew. All right, I think I'm done with the walking. I took a few breaks. But I did a walk. And you did a walk, even though you should not have done a walk, Summer. You should not have done a walk. No more walking until you are 100% cleared. Yes. And it's like, girl, I've been there. But you see the other reactors saying it. So I feel like, I'm just quoting other people. But it's like, just because you have a craving doesn't mean that you need to fulfill it. You know what I was craving last night? To the point that I went shopping for it on DoorDash? Taco Bell. Did I order Taco Bell? No. I did not need no Taco Bell at 11 o'clock at night. I'm not going to have any Taco Bell either today. It's like they can't. Chantal, like, I really think that she's in some sort of arrested development. Just not intellectually. I'm not trying to say that, she's intellectually diminished or anything like that. It's just the walking and the reading. No! Okay. No more walking and reading. No more walking and reading for you. If next week when I come on here, if you join me and you never say anything, that's okay. You're good. I will still love you. And I will still consider it a blessing that you're keeping me company while I'm walking my fat ass off. Literally. Anyways. Yeah, I turned the treadmill off, but I'm going to stand here for a bit because my goal was to... No comment on the Taco Bell. Look, we all got trashy opinions. We all got trashy opinions. We can acknowledge them. We just don't have to indulge them. There's a subreddit called Trashy Lady Boners. It's like every time I see that freaking subreddit, I'm like, oh man. You can take the white trash. You can take the girl out of the white trash, but you can't take the white trash out of the girl. That's just me. For example, he's slightly more respectable now because he's gone country. And interestingly, my super duper attraction has faded. But Post Malone, like 5 years ago. Ah. Oh man. Anyways. Well, yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that's totally doable. It's totally doable. You just have to be actually like honest with yourself about it. Like one time, I was talking to a friend of mine, and what was it? We were doing Weight Watchers, and so the whole points thing, and fair. You Texans are very like, you know, I may fight with you, I may hate you, but you're from Texas, so you're my people, and I get that, and I respect that. But I mean, he's still hot. I'm not gonna lie. He looks slightly more respectable in his country singer getup, and my lady bits kind of cooled down for him. Oh God, I think I sweat my filter out already this morning. But it's like, yeah, you can do that. And I was eating with a friend one time. She was doing Weight Watchers, so the whole point system. Oh, this is nice. That'll be a good thumbnail. Anyways. And she got mad at me. Not actually mad. She got a little bit irritated. Sorry, I had to find my place in the story. She got a little bit irritated with me because I'd cleaned up the trash and like off the table before she'd counted the amount of ketchup packets that she had used for her fries. And then she told me the amount of calories, sugar, etc. that was in like one ketchup packet. And it kind of blew my mind. This was shortly after high school. Oh no, he definitely is. And I knew that as well. I'm into hip hop. I'm into country. I'm into all of that. I love him still. Like, don't get me wrong. He's still an attractive man. I love him. I bought his country album. I tried to get tickets for his tour. But he looks just slightly too respectable to get my lady bits going the way they were going for him. And yeah, he really is talented. He really is talented. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah. You look fair. Because trust me, I have been with some guys that would definitely make it onto trashy lady boners. And if they're not, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to say this about anybody. I'm not talking any kind of way about anyway. John Him. Nice. They're good too. I first fell for Henry Cavill and what was it? In The Tudors. He played King Henry's best friend. I can't remember his name though. My brain is still full of sweat. Yeah, my general type is I go for big burly guys. Like, this is gonna sound so gross, but I don't mean it this way. All the men in my family, my grandpa, all of the men in my maternal family, I don't know any of the men in my paternal family, except for my dad, and he was a pipsqueak. My 5 foot, she claims 5'2", but she's not over 5 if she's not wearing shoes. Baby sister, She definitely got her height from my dad. But anyways, the men in my maternal family are all big, tall, broad. If they were gay, I think they would qualify as bears. And I mean, I guess that whole girls go, you went for nerdy. That's my baby sister. Oh my God. She goes for like the scrawny, nerdy guys. They're adorable, but yeah, no, I go for the big, burly guys. I mean, honestly, that's what will generally catch my eye, but dude, I'm 46. I'm not looking for a life partner anymore. I'm too old and grouchy. It used to be a joke that I would say that my future husband would be lucky if I let him live with me. Man, the older I get, the less that's a joke. The less that's a joke. But yeah, so generally what I go for is big burly guys. What's his name? The guy who performed, I think, at the Grammys with Tracy Chapman, Fast Car. 25 years. Congratulations, Summer. Like, real talk, not gonna lie, I am a hopeless romantic. Would I love for somebody to sweep me off my feet and change my mind about love? No, it wasn't Jelly Roll. He's a country singer. He sang Fast Car with Tracy Chapman. Where's my phone? Here's my phone. I'll look it up. That's my job. Tracy Chapman live Fast Car. Luke Combs. Yeah, but Jelly Roll too. Yeah, I like the bigger guys. I like the beefy guys, the trashy, super tattooed guys. But I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. Could Post Malone still get it? Fuck yeah! Are you kidding me? He just doesn't live in my dirtiest of fantasies anymore. But I have been live for 54 minutes. You have been live nearly as long. I appreciate you walking with me. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down and run some hose water over my skull because I'm hot. But thank you so much for joining me. You are a fun person to talk to, or talk at, rather. And I hope that you have a good day and take care of yourself. Be gentle and be patient with your healing, okay? Because, I mean, I just barely met you and you seem kind of cool. Don't go falling down and killing yourself anytime soon. I need to get to know you better. Anyway, so that's all. I'll see you later. I'm going to try to have a video up on Tuesday. Have a good rest of the weekend.